Well, Ken, the streets right now are actually empty. The only people that you can see in the streets are police officers, the fire brigade, there are the security officers from the different security companies that we have in the country, and also some few chokora who are still on the streets because they have nowhere else to go. But right now, when we actually stepped out of the office, you could actually hear a pin drop. You know that there are several clubs outside Nation Center, including one that is Mojo's that actually sings, and being a Friday, you could actually get out of the office and feel that music even before you get out, and you'd know that it's actually a Friday and there are many people. But at this particular Friday, there is nobody. The people patrolling the streets are police officers, and right now we've been following up on what has been happening, and at this time there are the fire brigade who are actually here in the streets trying to fumigate every block they find, and also all the stalls here in the city. That is one of the officers that my camera person Otanga is trying to show, and the officers are actually going as they fumigate every place, and they're telling us that they are using chlorine to make sure that all these places, not just the stalls, trees, the poles that are in the streets, everywhere where you might actually be walking in town and you may want to touch, they just want to make sure that everything is going on, and just as you come tomorrow, everything will be up to standard. Ken, if you can see, that is the fumigation that is going on, and it is not just this one truck. There are several trucks that are outside here in different parts of the town, and they even have the police presence. They are uniformed and also plainclothes police officers who are among them going on, just making sure that there is nobody. Even the police officers themselves who are talking to us are even telling us that they have never seen the streets this clean. They never thought that people will actually be told to go home. There were transport challenges earlier on, but in a few minutes ago, we were able to see what was going on, and there are matatus that are even leaving town without passengers. It was actually subtly extended. That is the curfew period in Nairobi. It was subtly extended to 9:30 o'clock, owing to the number of people that were still at the stages. But right now, everybody is not in town, and if you're not part of the crucial services or even the essential services, then you're actually being asked to go home. We've seen one or two vehicles leaving town. This is even taxis and those buses, but everybody is making sure that they are not caught on the wrong side of town. On that incident that happened in Mombasa, there is a lot of condemnation that is coming in. Even some of the people, even some of the officers that you're talking with, not actually on camera but off camera, are saying that it was not right for an officer or for a journalist to have been hit, and it was not even time. He was doing his duty. I've even seen that is the senator for that is Cherargei, Samson Cherargei, even sent messages trying to call on the police and trying to call on IPOA to look into this matter. We actually even saw IPOA has already reacted to it. But these streets, this is now Tomboya, one of the busy streets. This is one of those roads that lead to tea room. That is where you even get matatus to go to Meru, where I come from, and these streets are extremely empty. There are those city council officers who are on the streets right now cleaning. There is police officers also patrolling the streets. Vehicles have parked waiting for tomorrow morning, because it is a curfew that runs from 7 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be here the whole night just to look at how things operate. You remember on the other side on Marikiti, there are those women who come to town from as early as 3 o'clock just to collect farm produce to go and sell. So the streets right now are completely empty, and everybody who's coming into the streets, the police are being very vigilant, and they actually want to ascertain who is this person who is coming into town, what business do they have in town, and actually if you do not have any business, then they are taking stern action against you. Earlier on we had the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Fred Matiang'i, and they're saying that they are not going to take any chances with regards to this particular curfew, as this is the first time some of us are even witnessing it. The last time we were told we were not born, but right now we are witnessing history in the making. Back to you, Ken, in studio.